my god, it's a 4-2-5 defense. All you gotta do is blitz more. All they gotta do is fire Eric Glenn, and then they can start winning again. They're so stupid.
Welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Main Event Football Show. I am your host, Russell Wayne, and yes, there we go. Now I got myself all hooked in there. I am your host, Russell Wayne. Thank you. We are broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions Villain Squad, which we have just crossed over 50,000 villains. 50,000 Lions fans that are on this page right here, sprinkled in with a couple Packer fans and some fans from the other fan bases that are in here. But thank you for helping us reach 50,000 people. That's a lot of people. There's a lot of Lions fans. And this show is not brought to you by, but is fueled by NFL Shop. Thank you for the people that use our link to get them sweet new black jerseys. You can use the promo code NFL like 24. You can get free shipping right there. But thank you to NFL Shop. And today, in this video, in our live today, we're going to continue our discussion through the roster, possibly get through some possible roster surprises. And I think that I omitted some people the other day when I was talking about the 53-man roster, and it just seems like there's some foregone conclusions going on. But I wanted to add these other players, these other people that have the shots to make the team and make an impact. But I don't want to make any type of assumptions when it comes to that. But first, I wanted to talk about the Lions OTA minicamp schedule right here. You got Tim 20man. Very, very trusted kind of guy right there. Look at that. Tim 20man. The OTA minicamp schedule, the rookie minicamp will be May 10th through May 12th. I mean, that's like a week. That's like a week away. And they're going to be putting them in there. And then we're going to take some time off. You know, you got the off-season workouts from May 21st to May 23rd, and then May 29th through the 31st, and then June 10th through the 12th, and then the mandatory minicamp being June 4th to 6th. So, basically, you got people learning it, you know, from May 10th and 12th. You're going to bring the rookies in. You're going to try to get them up to speed. And then the OTAs, that begins the workouts where you can start bringing the other guys in, the off-season workouts. Now, you can't train with them yet, but then the minicamp comes in, the mandatory minicamp, then you can start cross-training everybody and doing all that stuff right there. But that's what the off-season is going to look like over the next few weeks. This is going to be my last week of going live every single day with news because it's the off-season, and there's just not much to report over the next couple months, but we'll make sure that we get a video out for every single thing that's going to happen. And then Mike and I are still going to be doing the lives on Monday night, having a Monday night weekly show. We're going to talk some football. We might even bring in some guests from some other spots, but we're going to be making some cool videos with some different topics going through the off season this year, because it's going to be a really fun year this year. I really believe that. But join us on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Mike and I, the Main Event Football Show off-season style right here. And make sure that you join Jeremy B in the mornings at 11 a.m. He's still going to be going live on here every day. The Villain Squad will be represented every day. We're going live 365 in here doing that thing right there. But here we are. Here we are in the middle of the off season. We've been breaking down the different positions on where they're at. You know, where is the Lions roster now post-draft? Where is it? You know, you've added some players. You've added some talent. This team has completely turned around since 2021. You ripped it apart. You took it down to the studs. You relayed the foundation. And now going into the fourth year, a couple of those pieces of the foundation, well, they're starting to set in. Starting with the Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown. 4 years, $120 million. Big guarantee. The cornerstones of our franchise. And then you do the same thing with Penei Sewell. Now, Penei Sewell, I'm going to stand by this. The Lions are a Super Bowl contender as long as Penei Sewell is here. Not as long as Amon-Ra St. Brown is here. Not as long as Jared Goff is here or Jahmyr Gibbs. As long as Penei Sewell is leading this team, you know, a 6-year deal. You know, he's going to be here for the next 6 years. They added 4 years to the 2 years he had left. But as long as you have Penei Sewell, who embodies,
we're going to bite a kneecap off,
the biting kneecaps mentality. He is everything. He was the cornerstone. As long as they have Sewell, the Lions will be Super Bowl contenders every year. They're going to be in the conversation. Laugh at me. Where's all my laughers at? That used to be a laughable term. The Lions and Super Bowl. You can't say that in the same sentence. I'm saying it in the same sentence. It is what it is now. If you think it's just going to be the same, I'm going to kick the Lions while they're down, you're not going to kick us while we're down. We're fighting back now. Now we're fighting back. And it looks like it's Dwayne and Fred that I'm having a good conversation with here. And good morning to you guys. Thank you, Fred. It's a great day to be a Lion. One pride. Dwayne says, I think the weak spot is the kicking game. And I disagree with that. I mean, you not like Badgley? The guy booted a 50-plus yard field goal in a playoff game. What more do you want from a guy? I think what you want is Dan Campbell to kick more field goals. And that's okay. I feel you. I love it. It shows keep us out there. Keep us out there. He believes in us. He's keeping them out there. That's what Dan Campbell does. He's going to be an aggressive coach. He'll put you out. That's the type of that we'll play. If we get out ahead of you, he will take the chances to put you out. And I'm going to get you out of this game. You're going to be done. And I'm on Neil. That's obviously that's the thing for everybody, but our offensive line makes it possible, right? Gene. What's up, Gene? Finally able to catch a show live. Been a while. We're going to Monday nights, Gene. We're going to do Monday nights during the off season. Please join us 7 p.m. on Monday nights. That's going to be our live. That Mike and I are going to be live once a week now. You got Jeremy B in the mornings. He's still going to be here every day, every weekday at 11 a.m. You're going to get your live football. We may even pop in on that show every once in a while since we're not doing the live, because Jeremy owns the live, the biting kneecaps with Motor City kneecap biters. And thank you to everybody that has been following, liking, subscribing, doing all the good things to our page right here, helping us get to 50,000 followers. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And we're talking about this Lions off season. I get to do this because there's people out there like you that like football so much you can't get enough of it. I ain't trying to watch baseball. I know that there's some Tiger fans out there. I used to watch a lot of Tigers back in the day, but now I am consumed with all of my football and all of my wrestling content. And that's where it is, when it comes to my professional life. And then I have a 5-year-old autistic child that takes up the rest of the time. So that's where I'm at right here. But thank you, Gene, for watching the show. I appreciate you. Darren says cornerstone. Now we need another side. Let's go Lions. The cornerstone. When I say cornerstone, that's not just Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell is a cornerstone. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a cornerstone. That's who you build on. That's the ones that they give those multi-year deals to. That's a cornerstone. The whole offensive line. The offensive line is a cornerstone. They're building through the draft. That's a cornerstone. When you're hitting on guys like Christian Mahogany in the 6th round, you got a guy that's this guy probably going to be your right guard when the current starting guys leave. Like, they are building something here. They are building a juggernaut here. This Christian Mahogany ain't going to have to come out and start or do anything like that. What a pick in the 6th round right there. So Week 1, who is the emergency swing O tackle? I mean, we still got Dan Skipper. Dan Skipper will still be in there. And that's what he does. That's what he does. We got Colby Sorsdahl. He's an emergency one. You don't really want to be using him, the emergency swing tackle. And then you're training Goliath, who was your 4th round pick here, 6 foot, all 6'8", 350-pound a man. I mean, he's so much man, he's got the name man in his name. Man. Ooh, man. He's the man. He's the man. Darren says, no offense, guys, but we need a good-looking lady on here. Maybe Danny. Well, if you're looking for good-looking women, then don't watch my show. My gosh, we don't need a good-looking lady on here. What's wrong with the? I'm not good-looking enough for you. Need a good-looking lady on here. You want to hire? Bring me some models. We'll talk some. We'll talk some Super Bowl with some models on here. My gosh, got enough hot chicks out there. There's plenty of stuff out there. We're football guys on here. I'll just make everybody all uncomfortable. You want hot chicks on here? You want pictures of hot girls? Is that what my show has been, lowered to? Get some hot girls on here talking football. Come on, man. Make me feel all self-conscious. Like I'm not good looking enough.
It's my quarterback.
Oh, let's get into the safety room, man. The way too early depth chart we kind of cut off the other day on we got through the cornerbacks. We were talking a little bit. I mean, that's really the biggest room, right? When you're looking at the secondary, you're looking at the Lions secondary. I mean, you're talking about, time for an overhaul. I mean, they completely scraped that room clean. And I don't even think, they didn't even want to do that with Cam Sutton. That just kind of happened. That part just happened, but they scraped that room clean. I mean, the only guy you bring him back is Vildor. And you're talking about, they scraped the room so clean and replenished it with so much talent that Vildor, who was your starting two, now he might not even make the team because they've done so much. I mean, you're talking about, you scrape it clean and then you trade a 3rd round pick. You go get Carlton Davis. You get Amik Robertson to, replace your original 2, which was Jerry Jacobs and Will Harris. Massive upgrade. And then you back that up. You throw in Emmanuel Mosley, which is just kind of like a wild card. You don't know if he's even going to be there. So you're like, man, we need some more cornerback help. So they go and they draft Terrion Arnold in the 1st round and Ennis the Menace Rakestraw in the 2nd round. I mean, are you kidding me? They completely overhauled the room when it comes to the cornerbacks. And then the safety room, when you bring in Amik Robertson and then you drafted Ennis Rakeshaw, you really got a slot, 2 guys that are going to be competing in that slot corner spot, really. And Brian Branch doesn't have to play slot corner anymore because there's no Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He was drafted as a safety. They're going to put him as a safety. And your safety room, and I could be wrong on this because I know that there's conflicting opinions on this, but they did say they were going to cross-train Brian Branch at safety. And you got Kirby Joseph and you got Ifeatu Melifonwu. And you got a decent room. You got a decent room in there. And you got guys that can play both of those positions. You're bringing in, what a secondary. You're going to be able to mix and match those guys all over the place. Ennis can play all 3 parts, right? I mean, Carlton Davis is an outside, like, shut down man corner. You know, that's what he's going to try to do. They're going to try to jam people up in the line of scrimmage, playing the run, giving the defensive ends more time. That room, that safe, when you're talking safety and cornerback room, I'm telling you, man, they completely overhauled this room. It's not going to look the same. So if you got anybody that's out there that, you know, that's a fan of the Packers, Bears, or Vikings, and they're talking trash to you, oh, you couldn't stop anybody. Justin Jefferson had his way. Tristan Watson had his way. Oh, yeah. Well, what else can you do except for bring talent in so that doesn't happen? That was definitely the weakest part of the Lions roster last year, was the secondary. And I don't think anybody would argue with that, you know. You got Kendall Vildor with the ball bouncing off of his face mask. You're letting big plays get by you. It was tough to watch it sometimes last year because all of the other spots are so good. And it just makes you mad when you're watching, you know, the defensive ends get pressure on the quarterback. And, you know, he's got a little bit of an extending the play deal, and then he's able to complete a pass down the field. Darren says it would be a ratings boost. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, I understand, Darren. Nobody watches my show. It's all right. It's a ratings boost. Actually, I think that we're going to get Sarah on here sooner or later, and we're going to be breaking down these Vikings picks, and she's a Viking fan, and she's probably cuter than I am. So we can start there. How about that? How about that? So that took us through our roster. You know, where is the roster? Where is the Lions roster post-draft? Asking that question right there, because I can't find holes. You know, going through it real fast. I mean, quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Hendon Hooker. There you go. You got the now, you got the future, looking good there. Running backs. Can't ask for a better running back room. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, that might be the best 1-2 duo in the league. Greg Reynolds is solid. A solid number 3. So what? We're going to have a competition for the number 4 running back. So Darren says that's going to be a bloodbath for starting positions in the DB room. And where the hell did Bly go? Yeah, they got rid of Bly. I mean, what can you do? I mean, results. It's results, man. It comes with results. You know, look at this running back. I'm just going through these really fast. It just blows my mind. It's like, where could you get somebody to sneak in and maybe have, you know, sneak in on the roster? Because he brought in Sion Vaki. You know, I know that it says that he's a safety, but he's not a safety. They drafted him as a running back. So he's going to be trying to make it as a number 4 running back, or maybe even take Craig Reynolds' job. And then there's not really a lot there. There's not a lot of meat on the bone if you want to make the Lions as a running back. Moving on to the offensive line. I mean, you go straight across the line. You're solid as hell on starters. Jecker, Glasgow, Ragnow, Zeitler, Penei Sewell, the best tackle in the game. Backed up. Sorsdahl, your last year's pick. Mahogany, this year's pick. Awasika, Dan Skipper. I mean, you got backups there too. I mean, it would be hard to make this team as an offensive lineman and try to win a starting job. Nothing there. No meat on the bone. Now, wide receiver, yeah, you could find somebody. Maybe there might be a wide receiver in there, but still, you're solid wide receiver. You got Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra, you're 1 and 2. You got Donovan Peoples-Jones, Khalif Raymond at the 3-4. You drafted this kid from Illinois, Williams, another Williams. I mean, there's not a lot of meat on the bone. Wide receivers can't really. I mean, there's no room there, right? Tight ends. I mean, no room there, right? Defensive wise, even on the end wise, they're like, oh, you need to get another end. You need another end opposite Hutchinson. They got ends, man. James Houston, Davenport, Kaminsky, Josh Paschal. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Davenport signing, but he's better than Romeo Okwara. I mean, Davenport played like 4 games last year and had 2 sacks. So, I mean, there's not a lot of room there. I mean, if they want to add another pass rusher, that's fine, but it's not going to move. The team's solid there. Linebackers, that's probably one of the more solid rooms in there. Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, Jalen Reeves-Maven, Malcolm Rodriguez. There ain't no room. They added some undrafted free agents that are going to be long shots to make the team. And that's going to bring me into the possible roster surprise. Sorry about the horrible editing work down at the bottom. Cut him off right there at his knees. Going to bite a kneecap off.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
That's right. But so Jeremy Ballbrick doesn't have a heart attack because yesterday when I mentioned all the defensive ends, I didn't even mention Matthew Betts. And I'm going to put him as my number 1 roster type surprise because there's not a lot of there's not a lot of room here for Betts. So if he does make the team, and to me, that's the first case right there. And I know Jeremy thinks that he's going to jump onto the team and he might even start. He's going to be so good. I'm not willing to go there quite yet, even though I'm not going to dismiss it at all as a possibility. Matthew Betts. I mean, this kid was, I shouldn't call him a kid anymore. I mean, he started his career in the NFL and then went to the CFL. But he wasn't just playing in the CFL. He dominated the CFL. He led the CFL, was the defensive player of the year in the CFL. Now, that is a lot lower of competition. Okay? Like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high on Matthew Betts, but if you want to talk about a guy that might be able to come in and surprise some people, I think Matthew Betts might be a good bet. I got corny jokes all day. So Matthew Betts would be my possible roster surprise. Who do you think that is that maybe on the fringe, maybe not making the team that you might have thought was a shoo-in? Like maybe people thought was a shoo-in to make the team and not make the team. Who would that be as we're going through the rest of this roster like that? On the secondary. I think it's in the secondary. Because the Lions made some they made some moves, and I don't know if they thought that they were going to get so much I don't know if they thought they were going to get so many cornerbacks in the draft. Come on over here, buddy. My son come upstairs. He come upstairs. Look at him. Let's get him in here. Let's see. You want to see the man? You got to see the man. Where's the man? There he is. This is my little football man right here. Say hi, Riker.
Hi, Riker.
Yeah, this is Riker. And we're talking about the Lions secondary. Can you say go Lions?
Go Lions.
Go Lions. Forward down the field, a Lions team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Go hard, win this game. Without you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions
Victory.
Yay! And then wait, go.
Go Lions.
Yay! All right. That was the best surprise ever. That was the best surprise ever. But that does tell me I might need to cut my show a little bit short. Hey, can you sit back there? You want to sit back? You want to sit? Hey, sit on the lion. Can you sit on the lion? Can you sit on the lion? Oh man, here we go. Right there. All right. Well, back into the train of thought. Let's you know what we should do? We should advertise the Monday night show, because that's what we doing. Mike and I are going to get together on Monday at 7 p.m. Mike's going to host. I'm going to produce the Main Event Football Show. 7 p.m.
Yes.
every Monday. Yes. So where the roster is post-draft. That's what we're going over today. And I was going, oh yeah, that was right. The possible roster surprises. And one of the roster surprises from the secondary spot would be Kendall Vildor. I think that because they were able to get 2 cornerbacks in the first 2 rounds of the draft. I don't think they expected that to happen. They even went that far to say that they didn't expect that to happen. So I think Kendall Vildor might be a surprise roster cut, even though they spent some extra money on it. So that's what my 2 roster surprises are. What are your 2 roster surprises? I would like to hear one, either or both. Either somebody that we're not expecting to make the team, that makes the team, or somebody that is going to get cut that we didn't expect to see get cut. And I am on record now to say that I think that Matthew Betts could make this football team. And that doesn't, I mean, on the outside, it might not seem like that's possible. And the other roster surprise is that we've brought in enough cornerback depth here that I think that Kendall Vildor might be in trouble, because here these guys are. That's why you brought these guys in for that. So let me know. Let me see what we got in here. Hey there, young man. Look at that. Donkey Kong says Super Bowl or bust. Steve says sup, Riker. God bless you. All right. You can stay up here, buddy, if you want. There we go. Yeah, God bless you too, Steve. You know, faith, family, and football. That's what we preach on this show. It's all about faith, family, football. It's got to be in that order. We got to have faith first, and then we have fun. This football thing is really, really fun, because I like the people first. I don't care if you like a crappy team like the Packers, or if you like, you know, if you're not a fan of my team. I like you as a person. I'm sure that you think that my team is equally crappy, and that's okay. We just use this space together, and we talk some football. And I am going to do a Packers show. It'll be a special. I'm going to record it with some of the Packer fans. Steve, if you're interested and you want to record some opinions on some of the Packers draft, let me know. I would like to set some time in there, because I do need to know about my enemies. And I would like to get into a spot where it's coming from a Packer fan point of view. I want to ask you questions where you honestly think your team is, how great you feel about your draft picks, you know, And we will be doing that. We will be doing that. But one of the things I wanted to discuss, I mean, this thing with Jared Goff, like, I think that we have to prepare ourselves for some things that could happen with the Jared Goff. Hey, Riker, come here, buddy. Come here. Stay in here. And I think that we have to prepare ourselves for that. And I got to find my slide. Where's my slide at? Did I not bring it in? What the hell did I do? There we go. And it's this part right here. It's the part that the Lions may use the franchise tag on Jared Goff. And the thing is like so many people think that this is just like this awful negative thing, right? Like, and it's not. The franchise tag is not like a slap in the face of the person you're giving it to. I mean, Jared Goff, if they were to put the franchise tag on him, they would be paying him like for a 1 year guaranteed salary, like the average of like the top 5 quarterbacks over the last 5 years. So, and that's good money. It's not, I mean, that's not a slap in the face. And the franchise tag is also used in the negotiation part. So here's where I think that they're having a hard time is if the Lions were to use the franchise tag on Jared Goff next year, it would land, the number would land somewhere between, 45 and $50 million, but not over 50 because the average isn't 50. So even though you're really, really good, Jared Goff, when we have you under contract until the end of the year at $30 million, and then business says I'm allowed to franchise tag you at the top 5 salaries, which is probably going to come in under $50 million. And I'm allowed to do that 2 years in a row. So technically, you can have Jared Goff this year, next year, and the year after that. You're talking 2027 before you would need to extend him. That's not slapping anybody in the face. That just is what it is. That's the business of it. It's like, why do I pay you more when I don't have to pay you more? I don't mind if they extend him and pay him more. That would be a very good show of faith. That would be a very good show of, we really back you up, Jared Goff, in here, all of that, we're going to be happy. Kumbaya. We're working it out good. It feels good. But the thing is, if they do that, you have to realize that's because we really like you, Jared Goff. That means the franchise really likes you. That means the positional villain went outside the box to take care of you because you are you. Not for any other reason. There's no football reasons or business reasons why you would extend Goff right now. None. No reason. And it's not a punch in the face or anything. That's what the holdup is. I guarantee it. I don't know for sure, but I'm just, thinking, using my business head, right? My business head says that's what it is. Why would I pay you 3 years worth of these 55, whatever you're trying to get, 52 million or whatever, when I don't even need to even think about that for 2 years? Like 2 years from now, after we do this, or here's another scenario is, let's say we let him finish out this year. We put the franchise tag on him, right? And let's say Chad's dream comes true and you're developing Hendon Hooker and he looks pretty good, right? Everyone's going to fall in love with Hooker this year when we get into the training camp and everything, and they get into the preseason games, and Jared Goff ain't playing any games, And Hendon Hooker's out there slinging it, killing the second and third string of all these teams, and he's killing them. Everyone's going to be like, oh, my God, I can't wait.
It's my quarterback.
I need to have me some Hendon Hooker. And it's like, and I'm all good with that. That's fine. And they're going to do that this year and go through the whole year, you know, and Goff is going to do whatever he's going to do this year. Might even win us a Super Bowl. And let's say that by some miracle chance that happens. The Lions win the Super Bowl, and then you franchise tag Goff, right? And you're ready on Hooker, but you have Goff franchise tag. Now, at that point, do you think that a quarterback needy team might spend 2 first-round picks on Jared Goff, the Super Bowl champ, or somebody that went to, you know, 2 NFC championships in a row, or a divisional title and a NFC championship game? Think somebody might need a quarterback like that?
It's my quarterback.
And playing the business, and as much as everybody loves Jared Goff, if somebody offered 2 first-round draft picks for Jared Goff, I mean, could you imagine that? What if Goff is as good as he is? Well, he might be worth 2 first-round picks while you have a stud marinating on the sidelines. And if I'm going to listen to all this Jordan Love talk, and I'm going to listen to Caleb Williams is better than Goff already, and I'm going to listen to this, oh, here, watch out for J.J. McCarthy, I can like Hendon Hooker, who was one of the top quarterbacks in last year's draft, and marinated for a year. I would take Hendon Hooker over any of the guys that were drafted this year because he has a year of NFL experience. Not because I'm a homer, but that's a possibility, right? So for this reason, for these possibilities that I'm laying out here, I think is the reason they are not extending Jared Goff right now. It has nothing to do with anything personal. It's not personal. It's business. Why pay $50 million for something when you can get it for 30? Why pay multiple 50 millions for something that is going to cost you 30 million this year and maybe 48 million next year, maybe 46 million next year, 49 million the year after that? Why would you pay 50 plus million for 3 years when you can get it for cheaper? When you got the hookup, why not use the hookup? Jared Goff ain't going to get mad. He's already rich. He ain't trying to be the richest quarterback. I mean, it's his agent. His agent's the one that's doing all that stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out there. What do you think about that? Do you think that the Lions are just dumb for not extending him right now? Where are you at on that? Or are you with me? I mean, I love me some Jared Goff. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. That don't mean I'm going to overpay him if I don't have to. I can love you a lot. I can love you a lot. But if I'm buying dinner, we might be going to McDonald's. So I'm going to try to get out of that. We don't have to go to a 5-star restaurant. He's already been treated 5-star. We got you. We got you at 30 million. Let's see what happens. They could be waiting for the June 1st thing to happen too. That could be it too. You could see it happen. And just for the record, and I am going to let you guys go a little bit right here, and I'm going to leave you with that. And just for the record, I like Jared Goff. If they extend him, I'm not going to be on here beating a drum. Oh my God, I can't believe they spent the extra money. If they extend him, they're going to be able to lower a cap number and create more cap space this year. But they don't really have a reason to do that right now. But, well, I'll leave you with that. I'll leave you with that. So don't forget to join Jeremy B in the mornings. In the mornings, my afternoon show is going to be put on pause until we get into training camp. I'm still going to be releasing videos. We're still going to be releasing videos every day. They're just going to be a little bit pre-recorded, and that's okay. We get into these, getting into our off-season mode. But we will be live every Monday night for the Main Event Football Show with your host, Main Event Mike, and produced by yours truly. And we can spend some time. We can chop it up. We can chop it up every Monday night. It's faith, family, football, baby. It's faith, family, and football. And you know what? I'm going to close with that. This show was brought to you by, fueled by the NFL Shop. We're proud affiliate marketing partners with NFL Shop. The link in the comments right now can get you to the Amon-Ra St. Brown black jersey, and they're pretty sweet. And then we were really, when I say fueled by NFL Shop, when you use that link, you're helping this page, and we appreciate that. We love that. It's faith, family, and football in that order. In that order. We also have a link in our description that goes to our giving link from my church, NTC Church, and they do an excellent job of outreach in the Genesee County area. So if you use that link, we thank you. We thank you for helping us with our outreach here in the Genesee County area, and God bless you for that. Faith, family, and football. Family and football, that's easy. That's what we doing here. That's what we doing here right now. Spending time with my football family. And may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. That'll be on Monday night. Monday night, Main Event Football Show. Peace out. Have a great weekend.